Hello, good morning. My name is Kristen Lane, and I am the marketing coordinator with Tutor Doctor. We wanted to come on live with you today so we could talk to you about the issues that parents might be facing during the time of this crisis of COVID-19. We know that many schools are canceled right now, and we want to be a support here for you during this time. We hope that you will join us during our live stream and talk with us about what it is that's your role in the community. Are you an educator? Are you a parent? Are you both? I think a lot of people are taking on both of those roles right now. Tutor Doctor is an in-home tutoring service. We focus on one-on-one instruction for students of all ages. We start as young as 4, and we've tutored someone in their 70s. So we tutor all ages. We have tutors that are highly qualified in subject-specific areas to work with your students one-on-one in the home. We are also doing online tutoring. This is something we always offer, but we're really pushing right now to kind of limit that in-person interaction and keep our tutors and our clients as safe as possible. So we would encourage you to consider online tutoring, as it can be very helpful for keeping your students on track during this time of closures. Hi, welcome. If you are just joining us, please put your name in the chat and say hi. Would love to connect with you. So a little bit more about our tutoring. We offer a free in-home consultation. We can also do this over the phone. We can talk with you about where your student is in school, as well as what kind of learner they are, and this helps us to match up your student with a private tutor that can be someone that can talk with them in the way that your child's going to understand. We take pride in our tutor matches, and we want to make sure to find the right fit for you. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us. How are y'all doing today? We're talking right now about our tutoring services. We're an in-home tutoring company, and we want to talk with parents and people in the community and see what kind of resources, what kind of things are you doing right now with your children at home during this time of the schools being closed. Okay, so there are a lot of different ways that you can connect with us here at Tutor Doctor, and we want to reach out to you and be connected as much as possible. So I want to just kind of list over where you can find us online, and I'll put some links in the comments later as well. So we have a Twitter page that covers the Knoxville, Hendersonville, and Mount Juliet area, and the Twitter page is at Knoxville Tutor. So we'll put that in the chat box there. So you can find us on Twitter. We'll retweet things that the school systems in our service areas have tweeted out that might be important for you to know. We also put those things on our pages. So we have a Tutor Doctor page for the Knoxville area, as well as a Tutor Doctor page for Hendersonville and Mount Juliet. And periodically as well, if not once a day, we'll be posting articles that come from our Tutor Doctor corporate blog. And these can be really helpful, especially during times like this. We recently posted a podcast on dealing with anxiety, and that was a really good one. I listened to it and would encourage you to check that out as well. And it is listed on our previous post on both of our pages, as far as I know. I think it's on the Knoxville one for sure. If not on this one, I will be sure and post that after the live stream. Hi, welcome to those who have joined. We're enjoying the beautiful weather today. How's the weather where you're at? Oh, we lost them. So we also want you to be able to connect with us on our newest blog, which is on medium.com. And Medium is a place where multiple authors can go on and talk about current events or whatever it is that they want to specialize in talking about. So we do have a page on there. So look us up. I believe that it may be Tutor Doctor of Knoxville. I'll double check on that to make sure. Hi, thanks for joining. Okay, so we mentioned our blog that comes from our Tutor Doctor corporate people. We also have our blog on Medium, and I have personally been writing some articles for that, so you'll see those posted on there. Our Twitter page, and we're also on Instagram, so you can find us on Instagram at Tutor Doctor of Knoxville and Tutor Doctor of Hendersonville and Mount Juliet. So follow us, like us, you can keep up with our blog posts and information that we put out as resources for parents. On the note of resources, we plan on next week providing you all with a list of our top recommended resources to utilize during this time of in-home, at-home learning. There's a lot of fun activities out there, as well as educational tools that you can use. And we also just encourage spending time with your kids. That we have a unique ability to spend that one-on-one time that we don't always get to have with our children. To connect with them and help them to go through this time, and for all of us to go through this time together. It can be a really great learning opportunity for them, and also a time for fun. So we look forward to sharing those resources with you next week, and we will be on weekly at 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern on the Hendersonville Mount Juliet page, and if you're in the Knoxville area watching, we'll be on at 11:30 on Tuesdays on our Knoxville page. I would also mention that we have a in-home support group for both the Mount Juliet and Knoxville areas. So you can look up our group page, and we'll be happy to add you in on there. And this is specifically for parents and people in the community that are needing help during this time, but also year-round, so we can answer questions for you, tell you about our tutoring, and about how we can help your students out to not fall behind when things like this happen, or just sick during the year. Maybe they're struggling with a particular concept. We can go in and hone in on that specific area and help them to keep on track with their studies. Hi, welcome. We also have I think I mentioned a podcast that we had posted that was on dealing with anxiety, and our tutor podcast is called Tutor Talk, and I'll type that into the chat as well. I personally really enjoy listening to these podcasts. They're about 30 minutes long, and we talk about different educational subjects. Maybe it's how to stay organized for your student, or how to deal with coming back after Christmas break and learning about new concepts whenever things aren't necessarily as fresh in your mind, or maybe it has to do with helping support students that have autism. I believe today is Autism Awareness Day, so I think you'll see a post from us on our page about how we help students with autism. Hi, welcome. We'd love for you guys to join us in the chat. Say hi, where you're from, how's the weather where you're at. So we're talking right now about our different online platforms where you can follow us and hear about our educational resources for parents, and would also mention whenever things aren't under lockdown, kind of how they are now, we love to be a part of community events. So we'll come out, we can do face painting for the kids. We want to be a presence in the community and be there to support you all as much as possible. There are a couple of resources that I will highlight today, and these will be mentioned again next week whenever we do the live stream that's specific on resources, but I will go ahead and type a couple of these into the chat box. One of the ones that we would recommend for math, but it also has other available options on there for science, arts, and humanities, I believe, would be khanacademy.com. You've probably heard of Khan Academy. A lot of the schools will use this for their math class for practice, and we would recommend it. I'm sorry, khanacademy.org. So that's been typed into the chat as well. I would also recommend commonlit.org for working with English and reading comprehension. This is a great website, and you can go in there and look at short stories that are organized by grade level. There's vocabulary in there. I believe if you have an account with them, you can listen to it in an audio version. But if you're just a parent and you're wanting to look and utilize this as a free resource, then you would just go to the Parents and Guardians tab along the top and click under Browse Library, and then you can see the different options there for your students to read at home. So we would highly recommend that one as well. Okay, so other than that, we really want to answer questions from parents and community members in the future. Hopefully you guys will tell your friends and join us next week whenever we go live on Thursday at 10:30 Central. We want to answer your questions. We want to be there for you. Excuse if you can hear a lawnmower outside. But anyways, we wish you guys a blessed day. We hope that these resources that we provided so far are helpful for you, and we look forward to next week where we can provide you with even more, because we've got a lot of good stuff coming. We've got an article I'm going to post up on the resource tab and in the chat box, and we encourage you to drop in and listen then. For those of you that are still watching, would you guys like to comment in the chat box and say hi? All right, we got to get y'all talking. So we'll see you next Thursday at 10:30, and thank you so much for those of you that join us live. We appreciate your participation. And if you're watching this recording, feel free to leave comments, and we'd be happy to respond to your questions and help you find resources to use with your students at home during this time. Thanks. We'll see you next week.